Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of 365 Days of the NES. We're going to start this off with, well, the flagship of the series is going to be the flagship of the NES, Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers being obviously a platformer developed by Nintendo. It was released in 1985, starring Mario. How about that? Mario and his brother Luigi. This game is perhaps the most responsible for Nintendo being what it is today and what it was basically 25 years ago. Excuse me. The game employed nothing relatively new at the time, but made it in a very easily presentable and enjoyable way. In fact, this level right here, 1-1, is considered to be one of the best opening levels to any video game ever, giving you decent exposure with the power-up systems, with jumping, with secrets, with most of the enemies. Well, not most, but two of them. Two of the possibly most recurring enemies in this game, if not the Mario series to date, Koopas and Goombas. It also introduces us with what is the generic Super Mario Brothers storyline, where Mario and Luigi must save Princess Peach, who was known as Toadstool back then, from King Koopa, who wasn't really known incredibly well as Bowser. It was mostly just King Koopa back then. This game came packaged with the NES, so most people who ended up picking up an NES back in 1985 had this game with it. The game also came paired with Duck Hunt in some cartridges, and other cartridges came paired with Duck Hunt and the Track and Field game, which was a kind of a two-player button masher race hurdle kind of thing, which I believe we might be getting to in this series. We will be getting to Duck Hunt. Cannot tell you when, but it's going to be happening. Now, this game did spawn a sequel, which was not available in America, which we did end up getting quite some time later. Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, in which basically we again take the role of Mario and Luigi to save Princess Toadstool from King Koopa. The game did not get released in America because it was considered to be a little too challenging for American audiences, and instead we got the more well-known repackaging of Doki Doki Panic, which became our Super Mario Bros. 2. A very good game in its own right, but not quite part of the Mario canon. In this game, Mario is player 1, Luigi is player 2. There is no difference in playstyle between the two characters at all. There are some coloration differences in the sprites, and up in the top left hand of the screen where it says Mario, you would see Luigi. This changed for the Lost Levels. It changed in the US version of Super Mario Bros. 2, but after that did not change. In Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, Mario and Luigi both, again, had no noticeable differences in controls or abilities, just in sprite colors. This game introduced to the Mario series what has really become a staple of the series, the coin collecting for extra lives. Even in the role-playing games, which have branched out from the Mario games, coin collection is a big deal. Excuse me. Just letting you enjoy a little bit of the music there. There wasn't much for music in this game. We had the World 1-1 theme. We had a different theme in World 1-2. World 1-4, which is the castle, gets its own theme. And there is one other world theme we have not heard yet, which is for the underwater levels. Every world is divided into 4 sections, with a castle being in the last stage. And thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. Isn't that how it always goes? Now, in this game, there are 8 worlds total to reach the quote-unquote real ending of the game. The worlds do repeat. You might say they don't repeat in a very literal sense. They repeat in the sense that between World 1 and World 4, you're going to run into something different each time. Then Worlds 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all similar to Worlds 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turtle racking, which sadly we will not be seeing in this video, made an appearance in this game, and as far as I know, was not able to be done in any of the other games. I have tried, and have never been able to get it to work. Turtle racking was a method by which trapping a Koopa on a set of stairs, everybody loves the springboards, one could essentially bounce on them and grind 1-ups until time ran out. This wasn't really anticipated to be something that players would get a handle on as well as they did. So it was kind of a hidden little goodie. The music we're hearing now is the underwater music. This is the final bit of music we have in the game. Stage music, anyway. Mario originally appeared in the Donkey Kong games, where he was trying to save Pauline from Donkey Kong. Then went on to star in Mario Brothers, which was the game that introduced him as a plumber instead of a carpenter, where he and his brother Luigi had to take care of nasties living in the sewers. Crabs, turtles, bugs, things like that. Mario's first name was scheduled. Mario's first name was actually Jumpman. He did not become Mario until Nintendo of America had kind of gotten everything set up. And he was named after the landlord of the Nintendo of America office building, I guess, at that point, if it was even an office building at that point. An angry man named Mario. To this day, I am not sure where the name Luigi came from. Probably just picked because it fit with the whole Brooklyn-y, Italian-y plumber kind of thing. This game featured warp zones, which would later show up in some other Mario games. This featured the Minus World, which is a unbeatable glitch where by going through the pipe at the end of World 1-2, you get trapped in a world known as -1. It was a bug, but it's become one of the more famous bugs in a Mario game. This game was re-released on the Super Nintendo in the Mario All-Stars version. It also had releases on the Virtual Console and had some remakes, in a sense, with New Super Mario Brothers and things like that. All in all, Mario is the most recognizable character in video games to date, even getting to the point where he was more recognizable than Mickey Mouse. That ends this episode. See you next time.